Welcome back, guys, to the Marriage and Real Estate Podcast. We're your hosts, Kevin and Aisha Shelton, and today Kevin is going to have a little bit of fun.
I am going to have.
He is going to have a little bit of fun. So, to preface the topic, we were having a conversation with a good friend and colleague, and I don't know, we were talking about partnerships, the husband and wife partnerships, marriages, right? And high income earners. And
we were talking about women wanting a successful man.
We're talking about how busy Kevin was as he's working on this compliance stuff for our SEC fundraise, right? And Kevin is really busy, and he's spending late nights at the office, getting documentation in, like doing a thing. And she says, yeah, you know, women think they want men, high income earning men, or these very busy men, but they ain't got the time. They just don't have the time. They don't have the time. I said, that's true. I said, the only thing they need is peace and P. The double letter Y. That's all I need.
Spell it like Mississippi. P-I, cricket letter
P-U double letter Y. Okay? That's all you need. And so, unfortunately for Kevin...
P-U cricket letter Y.
Cricket letter Y.
P-U cricket letter Y.
P-U cricket... They need peace and P-U cricket letter Y.
There we go.
That's all a high income earning man needs. Now, for Kevin... we came up out the mud together, okay? So what I have given him the permission to do is, if I pass on an untimely death, to marry someone that is his peace and P-U cricket letter Y.
Yeah, that don't work for me. So you gonna be my cricket letter Y.
I am all those things for you. I'm talking about the criteria.
Yeah, but I'm dying first.
Okay. I'll take that. The criteria. So when you go and you search for another woman after being widowed, because that's the only way you're leaving this marriage.
Not even an option.
That is the criteria for searching for your next partner. That's really all you need. See, we came together and we were like, let's build this empire. I don't know if that's not how we started. That's not actually what we were like, let's do.
No, actually. Now, what we built changed over the years as far as like... But we knew, my father told me when he met you, mind you, when we first got together, and I'm like, we just meet, and everybody's like, you just got a divorce, you just got a divorce, you don't need to be in a relationship, you don't need to be so serious or whatever. I was like, hold on, you ain't met her. And everybody met you, and they go, oh yeah, you need to marry that one. And I remember my father specifically, who told me not to get married the first time. He said, you can build something with that girl. Mm-hmm. You need to marry her. He don't ever, never. But it was very specific on building something with you, because it's real easy to move a couch with two people. It's real hard with just one. And cricket letter Y, don't move no couches.
No. So get your peace first, brothers. Get your peace first. The rest, I don't know. Y'all be messing up stuff for the cricket letter, but let's not even go there.
Yeah, that
so in regards to marriage and real estate, right? There's this huge imbalance in women in society, where women, particularly African American women, are bolstered above our men, right?
Yep.
Which causes an imbalance in our family. This whole like, I can do it myself, because technically she really can do
Single woman syndrome
herself. It's not, don't even go there and piss people off, okay? I could do it myself, which technically you can. But what it also does is it creates this pool of women that is far greater than the pool of men who can also do it at the same level that these women can do it. And I truly believe that is a systemic degradation of the Black family, but we also won't go there. But it is creating this disparity in our community of what we like to call equally yoked people. And so, we have to make some sacrifices sometimes. But what that looks like and what that is in your marriage, because of the way that we got together, we both started off I don't want to say with nothing, because we had something. We had pretty,
Yeah, I mean, we had jobs.
we had stable lives.
Yep.
And this extraordinary thing that we are doing together
Came from our union.
because we were together.
We were two regular people that became super people.
Yeah. Okay. So when you're looking for a partner, or even if you're in a partnership or a marriage now, I think it matters where you guys are in your journey, in your marital journey. And so if you're a woman and you meet a man who is at the peak of his career or his business or whatever that looks like for you, which is something that most women desire, can you be his piece, first of all? But don't forget, you also have to be his PU, quick letter Y as well. And I think when y'all build together, you don't get all of that at once.
No, because people come with stuff, right? Like everybody has their thing, and what you're willing to accept changes based on where you are in your life, right? So, for a man who's in the midst of figuring his stuff out, if y'all figuring it out together, you got way more grace than if I already figured all this stuff out.
Right.
Don't bring me no hangups because I'm already on my journey.
Okay, I don't know about don't bring me no hangups, but yes, right? Like there is a level of achievement there, and now he's trying to meet different needs.
Yeah, because I mean, think about it. If you meet a man who's established, even if you got kids or whatever, but if your situation is relatively controlled, where it doesn't distract from where he's trying to go, you just jumping on the train, it's much easier for him to take you all aboard than I got to stop left, stop here, fix this, figure this out. But when you're figuring stuff out together, you build it all from scratch. So it's like, there's a whole lot of men out there who like build stuff with their first wives and then they second wife. I mean, look at Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos' first wife is the one he built with. And this is a funny story that nobody really knows. So Mackenzie Bezos, Jeff Bezos, that's his first wife.
Okay.
So they divorced, right? And she got
million, gazillion, bajillion dollars.
Yeah, she got a bunch of billions of dollars. She actually lets him control what happens with her Amazon stock. Because their bond is so trusting that she's like, well, look, we built this together. We still on the train.
Right.
The romantic part might not work, but I see the vision. You know what I mean? And that's a testament to partnership. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even when the romance falls out. Now his new wife, she hot, she whatever.
Yeah.
But she ain't that.
I know
she don't need her to be that.
He doesn't need her to be that. And I know she better be peace.
She better be PUSSY. Because when he on that boat, he want peace and PUSSY. He don't want you to tell him about the stock market. Right. He don't want your opinion. He wants your
maybe
peace.
We are very much assuming here. I just imagine that that's the case. And then this is just banter, right? So don't take it too far.
Yeah,
don't get in the comments and kill us behind this banter that we're having, because we also recognize that marriage is so thoroughly complicated.
Yeah, and people.
And if you are married, you know how complicated it is.
And marriages work no matter what level you come.
And how challenging it is. And I think, you know what, when people say that marriages work, and I think other married people, this'll resonate with you. When people say that marriages work, the work that is marriage is the blending of two people raised two different ways coming together.
Yeah.
And see the way that you do things in your mind is the right way, and the way that I do things in my mind is the right way. And there's this constant battle between how you think it should be done and how I think it should be done.
I think the hard part for people once they're so far along, though, is changing, right? So when You
remember what I used to say?
What?
You don't remember when I would be like, Kevin, I've been doing this for 30 years, so you just can't expect me to be...
You don't say that anymore.
I don't, because we finally gotten to a place where it's not just my way or your way. We kind of have a way. Yeah. It's a Shelton way. And for those of you that are soon to be married or getting married, like, know that that's the goal. You guys need to create what's right for your union and your family. And unfortunately, what we bring to the table is all we've ever had, which was what was right in our family or in our upbringing.
And there's a lot of conversation about just that, what people bring to the table, right?
Yeah.
And a woman saying, well, what's a man bringing to the table? And a man saying, what's a woman bringing
Mhm.
to the table? And the reality of the situation is the betterment for the family is for everybody to bring everything to the table and build something out of it,
Yeah.
right? But when you are coming to a table that is already built,
Yeah.
there's only so many seats. And there's only so much you can do at that table.
That you can add to the
Yeah,
table.
that
Like,
you can add to
the table is full. I've done this. I've got this. And all I'm missing right now is
this piece
dessert.
and pie.
Dessert and,
And you find that a
Right.
lot. I wouldn't get remarried. If you died
you
tomorrow,
should totally get remarried.
would
You wouldn't get remarried and have a partner to build with because we've built already, but you should absolutely get remarried.
I don't know if I would get remarried. I'd have a girlfriend.
You should get.
I wouldn't get
Go
remarried.
make an honest woman out of whoever.
I don't
that
want to
is.
make an honest
That's
woman
my
out of
dying
her.
wish, Kevin.
I don't care. I don't care about you dead. How you got a dying wish when you dead? You want me to
Dang.
incur something that I don't want to incur on
Let me
your
tell
dying
y'all.
wish?
No, let me tell y'all why he
My
don't.
dying wish is not for you to
Let
get
me.
remarried.
That's why he doesn't want me. That's why he wants to deny the ability to get married when I'm dead because he don't want me to get
Here's a
married.
side question. If all men need when they're established is peace and P-U-S-S-Y, what do women need?
Well, it depends on the woman.
Okay, so I die. What do you need?
All I need is some good friends that want to travel the world.
So
That's it.
you don't want a
Me-
man at all?
Me and my homegirl, so far, no. I want to go and just go have fun with my friends.
That only lasts so long. Your friends ain't gonna hold your head back when you're sick. Your friends ain't gonna bring you soup in bed.
Yeah. I guess you do need a partner, don't you?
Yeah.
You know what? That's probably the truth. I read an article, and it was a wild article, but still very interesting. I might want this. Okay, so it's these ladies, right? And they said,
oh my God.
No. It was very, very interesting. So there's these ladies, and what they said was if they couldn't find a partner, and these are two heterosexual women, that they would do life together, right? And so they got, I don't know, I think like in their 30s, and they couldn't find a romantic partner. And so then they just decided, like, we want to raise kids the same way, and we want to live, like, we see life the same. And so they live life together. Now, in the article, it was like, well, what if one of you falls in love, or what if you find somebody that you want to be with? And I don't remember what the response was, but I do remember thinking, like, dang, that sounds so easy. That sounds like something I would do. But now,
Interesting.
the romantic part, I guess you would need.
I imagine it gets lonely.
Maybe you could just have a boyfriend. Like, y'all both have boyfriends. And it's like Gail and
like
Oprah.
your aunt. Like your aunt who ain't, so you're.
Don't call out my aunties.
I said an aunt. I didn't say a name.
Okay, tell me.
So you have an aunt who was married,
Okay,
who gets benefits from being married,
okay.
who won't get remarried to protect said benefits.
Oh, that's true. Okay, that's the thing. My aunt is not the only one. I also met a woman that I work with who's a really good friend of mine now. She feels the same way. She's like, oh, baby, my husband still take care of me. I can't marry you because even though she is a widow.
So you just get
she don't
boyfriend.
lose you just get
But
boyfriends.
see, here's the question. Why can't I just have a girlfriend? Why I gotta marry her, make an honest woman out of her? Why can't she just be at the house?
Because that's what men's supposed to do. Like,
Why couldn't I be your boyfriend? I'ma be your death boyfriend from the grave.
What?
The equivalent to you.
What?
So a you that's widowed and a me.
Kevin,
that's
you're going to
widowed.
have needs that, I guess that's what a girlfriend do.
Yeah. What you think
I can have a
girls do?
boyfriend, I just can't get married?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, your situation's a little bit different. I ain't got no pension. We just got straight to church. You gonna get a check. You do what you want. But
I could get married?
if you want to put your assets in jeopardy, go ahead. That's stupid.
Why would my assets be in jeopardy?
Because why you gonna get married? Married, like, I guess a prenup.
Who got a prenup?
That's
My assets being in jeopardy.
I'm dead in
Here
this
we
scenario.
go. It's an asset thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
yes,
wealth
of
protection.
course. Hi,
Who built
have
all
you
this
met
shit for you
Oprah?
to let?
Let me tell you something. Have you met Oprah? You think
Yeah.
Oprah play games?
Oprah got a boyfriend. Stedman been her boyfriend for 30 years.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know what I said before this, but I would definitely like have a boyfriend and travel with my friends.
But you said that. You said,
I mean, I do that now, and we still here. Like, I get to travel with my friends, and you my boyfriend.
yeah, you also my PU, crooked letter Y, and my piece, and my plan,
True.
and my all the P words.
I don't know how we got off of the topic of, but yes,
No, this is all a part of the topic.
it is.
Now, I'll say there are levels to this, right? And we're talking from a vantage point of another level,
Okay.
from the base level. Let's go back down to a woman and a man dating, right?
All right. Let me see. Let me
So-
save you from yourself. Let me see where you're going with this.
No, I'm not going far.
Okay.
So, established women want an established man, and
Do.
this ties into what we're going to do with Black Men Buy Houses. One of the things that Black men can do to help us in this arena also is to get our own stuff together. So one of the things that we're doing is we're hosting an event in Houston, September 30th. It's called Black Men Buy Houses,
Mhm.
and we're literally talking. It's a conversation between us. It's Black men talking to Black men, plus Aisha, about the power of home ownership and wealth building. Because these Black women are buying houses and putting us to shame.
But
They
I'm
are
telling
buying
you,
us under the table.
I mean, how many times do we hear other Black men be like, man, if I had a wife like yours, I would do X, Y, Z, Z.
Yeah, but see, the problem is we keep waiting until we get a wife before we do anything.
I don't disagree.
And these Black women are buying because it's Tuesday. And they're like, oh, I got my stuff together. I'm a teacher. I'm going to go buy.
Okay, now it's not because it's Tuesday. It's because she saved, she planned, and she did the dang
And
thing.
because we paying for dates and buying cars and we
Is
ain't,
that why
we're not taking care of us.
we're not
Black men need to take care of ourselves by purchasing homes.
So Black Men Buy we are, there's the event Black Men Buy Houses.
Yep.
I don't disagree with that. We both are also an advocate for, before you get married, you should own a residential property, because I don't know anybody who doesn't want wealth.
Mhm.
And I don't know very many people who
Bring
don't
that to the table.
to bring to the table, right? And so again, it's like, well, if she owns a house and he owns a house, and then the two of you come together, then that
Y'all
could
got
be
two houses.
two houses, and you get another house, you upgrade
Now
your
you
home.
got three houses.
Or that could be, we move into one house and the other house becomes a rental property. So it's just a good start
It is.
to your financial future if you make the decision first. And I say this to women all the time. This is always my mantra, like, buy a house. Like, oh, I want to wait for a husband. Don't wait for a husband. Get your house. Then when you get a husband, make him upgrade your house. Like, duh.
No, and that's a real conversation. And, you know, that was our situation.
That
where
was
you
our
owned,
situation.
your mortgage was $700. My rent was $1,300. That's stupid.
It was,
And I should have had $700 rent too, and then we could have had two houses and then bought the
Yep.
new house, right?
so that's us speaking from experience. That's us saying, like, if we could have done this thing over again, Kevin having a house and me having a house, and then us moving into our upgrade house, which is what we did, then we could have two rental properties in
So
our
why
portfolio.
don't you give? How about we do this? We break down the end. You give 2 or 3 pieces of advice to women who ultimately want to build something with a man or get with a man who's built something.
To build
And I'm gonna
something with
give
a
3
man.
pieces of advice to men who want to build something, and then ultimately be able to maximize.
3
that.
pieces of advice that what?
So the title of this episode is Peace, and P, crooked letter Y.
Okay.
So the difference is women either find a man before or find a man after, right?
Mm-hmm.
So give 2 or 3 pieces of advice to women who are somewhere in that journey, either finding a man before, like you did, or picking up a man after, like you would have to if, you know, I died or whatever.
Okay. I think that the question was way too complicated for me to understand, but don't worry.
Just give them some advice.
Okay.
Get a lady something. Whatever. I'm going to get a man something, you get a lady something.
Aside from don't wait for a man to buy a house, that's number 1. Buy a house and then wait. Ooh. Buy a house and then wait for your husband.
I like it.
And upgrade together. Or move into the investment that makes the most sense, the house that makes the most sense, whatever that looks like for you and your family. Buy what you can now, right? So I have people who are pausing on buying a house because they're like, oh, I can't afford the house that I want. Buy what you can afford now. Then when you can buy the house that you want, go get that too. Okay? So it's not either or. It's not like get this or that. I'm saying get that too. It's funny because you see memes that are like, would you want a man with money or would you want a man with time? Like, I want both. Would you want to travel or would you want a lot of money? I want both. both of those things are achievable. You can have all of that. So it's not an ultimatum. It's not an either or. Either you get a house now or you get a house before you get married. Do both. Get you a house now and then together get a house when you're married.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it. For Black men, my advice would be like you buy now, right? Prioritize home ownership. Me personally, just telling my story, lost thousands of dollars in time and wealth
hmm
by not buying when I was 19, 20, when I should have, right? And it took me another decade. So that's 10 years of lost wealth that I didn't buy. So buy and then build something. Build something with somebody who's worth it, with somebody who sees the vision, who sees the dream. And if you got to get out here and get it on your absolute own, when you get up to the top of that mountain, and this is how we're going to close. Find you some peace and some PU crooked letter Y.
It's been real, y'all. Thanks for joining us on the Marriage and Real Estate Podcast. We're Kevin and Aisha, and we're out.